Good morning and welcome to Santiago in Chile. Here I am, look, thanks to the beautiful 9-hour flight delay from Latam Airlines, I didn't get until 11:30 last night, so I've lost a day here. And of course, because it's Monday, the cable cars don't work and the funicular starts at 1, so I really wanted to get on the cable car. But anyway, so look, I've sort of designed, thanks to ChatGPT, I've organised a little walking tour. So I'll walk around. Look, Santiago's elevation is 500 metres, so it's great on the breathing. And look, it seems to be like it's sort of like the main airport hub, definitely the busiest airport in South America. So look, let's walk around Santiago, Chile. I'm staying at the Monte Carlo too, by the way, which is, the location seems to be really good. Not the prettiest hotel in the world, but it's clean and hey, it's well located. So let's take a look. It's a very nice stroll, Santiago, just walking around. It's very pretty. Yeah, absolutely lovely to see. A lot of parks, a lot of gardens. This wide open spaces here. Looks like there's going to be a river. I'm heading down to like the major shopping centre. I just want to have a quick little look. You know, the cable cars are closed. I think some of the funiculars, they're closed as well up to a certain time. So yeah, if you can avoid being here on a Monday, be here on a Monday. Unfortunately, I was meant to be here yesterday to do all of this. But yeah, thank you Latam Airlines for stuffing that up. Okay, here we are at Patio Bellavista. This is like to be a nice shopping centre. So here we are, Patio Bellavista. It's meant to be like a big shopping place. I can already see the suites are reinforced. This looks really cool. Okay. This is a really cool area, this. Very impressive. I've arrived at this point here and I don't know what to do, but I've seen this sign. It's in that Zero Machuchi Parquement. So that's telling me it's a climb. I'm just guessing it's a climb up to the top. They're the stairs that will lead us up there. So I think I'm just going to have a go. That's the road that takes you right round, which, well, I'm not really into doing that boring kind of stuff. Yeah, I just want give me the track. So let's do it. I'll guide you up there. So if you're coming up the hill, you see those barriers there? Just keep walking beyond those barriers and you'll come to the sign. I came from the other way, so I naturally came across the sign. But if you come from this way, you'll know just to walk past those barriers. Don't do the sharp hairpin right. Okay, these are the stairs to start the journey. Okay, you'll come to the top of these stairs and there's a path that way, a path that way, and a path to your right. Go straight, come this way. As soon as you get to the top of this and you walk over that little mound there, you'll see a little bridge and you know you're on your way. And either way you're going to be alright. The right's a bit more muddier, the left will take you around and back to the same point anyway. This is one of the first viewpoints you see. Very nice. You'll come to these resting chairs. and you're just going to head up that way. Okay, you're going to jump across that drainage and keep walking, and there's a big log there. You're going to turn right at that log and then head up. Follow these stairs up. When you get to the top of them, on your right there's like a drainage. Just follow the drainage up. We've just followed this drainage and then we're going left that way. This section's a little tricky. See that tree stump there? We follow this. You see this little path? It veers up to the right here. You're just gonna go up to the right, and then you're gonna head a harder right up in that direction there. Just gonna keep going straight up that direction there. You'll get to here, then you see these parts that go off in all these different directions. The one you got to go is up the hill here. Just go through all those rocks there. But if you go the other way, which I did when I first went up, it still leads you to it anyway, so don't panic. Okay, so up the hill. You're going right. Okay, be coming up to this section here. You see these two yellow signs? You're going to go hard left. So here it says Cumbre, Cerro San Cristobal, 650 meters. That's where you're heading. You'll get this view. Then you'll come to this point where the tree splits. You know you're on the right path. You'll get to this point here and you have to turn right and sort of head back up the hill, and that's the final section that will take you to the road. Look, the view's actually better from the hike down than what it is from the viewpoint. That's beautiful, eh? Might actually pull my camera and take a photo of this. So if you come to Mirador Cordillera, you'll see this sign. Okay, here we are at the top of Cerro San Cristobal. Really nice here. See, Chile's a little bit, Santiago's a bit fogged in. A little bit disappointing, to be honest. There's not really a full view of Santiago. You get all these little bits and pieces like this, but up here is fantastic though. They've got all these shops and souvenirs. They've got all these souvenir shops, and you know, the funiculars come up here. The funiculars are little portable trams. I might see if I can get on one going down. You know, there's a museum up here, and of course information and plenty of food, you know, to feed the starving people who hiked up here. But yeah, I think well worth hiking up. I definitely think. But yeah, the view's a little disappointing, to be honest, because it's just blocked by trees. There's cafes up the top there. Nice. Here's another little section. You can see the snow-capped Andes in the background there. Yeah, I don't know, I'm a little confused here. I don't know why here at San Cristobal, why they wouldn't have built a platform. We've actually got a real, because the view would be amazing, but it's just blocked by trees. You've got to just look through the trees to see a little bit of view. You know, charge people 2,000 pesos or something to go out there, and oh yeah, that's a little weird, but look, it is nice up here, and I've enjoyed the hike. Being a Monday too, there's no one up here too, so it's really nice. But yeah, just a little bit confused at that. Okay, this is one of the widest viewpoints that there actually is, and this is just one of the, look how it's going up the mountain or coming down. It's very nice. Just not enough of it. This is the main entrance to the park, which I've totally bypassed. I didn't sort of come this way, but yeah, this is the entrance to Cerro San Cristobal. Next stop, The Gran Torre Tower. Of course, the highest building in Chile. Have a look. So right next to the Gran Torre is this mall. Huge shopping mall outlet. Everything's in here by the looks of it. Here we are at the tallest building in South America, the Gran Torre Tower. 300 meters high and 18,000 Chilean pesos to come up and have a look. So it's about 30 Australian dollars. But look, let's go and check it out. Okay, we're in Lastarria here. This is like the sort of the artistic section of Santiago. You can see a real cool little place, cool little market. I walked past here this morning and they were setting it up. Yeah, and I've just come past now and just had a quick look. So Lastarria, Lastarria is actually like a suburb. So, and it's right around the corner from my hotel in a great location. There's actually the Museum of the Arts, the Visual Arts there. Yeah, very cool. You know, some nice cafes out here. Yeah, very nice. Cerro Santa Lucía. A lot of history here apparently. This is where Santiago was first founded, so let's go have a look. It's set amongst the hilltop right in the middle of the city. Castillo Hidalgo and Jardín Circular. This circular garden, it's not really that flash to be honest, but the castle looks absolutely amazing. Castillo Hidalgo looks absolutely beautiful. I don't know if we can go into it, let's try. No, climbing all those steps was worth it. What should we go this way? Let's go this way. I made it to the top. Look at the view. Tell you what, they must have been fit in those days because we've climbed hundreds of steps. Get up here, San Cristobal. There's even a little chapel here. Very impressive. Imagine back in the day when there was nothing here. And just off Plaza de Armas here, and this is just sort of like another little mall. You know, I really like the feel of Santiago. You know, I feel very safe here. You know, the people are nice. Yeah, look, would I come back? Yes, I would. When I come back to South America, I'd probably stay a couple of days here and be able to relax. You know, I've done what I can in a day. But yeah, it's been very nice. So this is sort of coming up another side now. Paseo Almada. The other one was Paseo Estado. This has probably got more cafes and stuff and restaurants, but it's got a lot of shops as well. Whereas the other one was just strictly shops. Okay, so here we are at Plaza de Armas now in the evening now. Of course, you can see it's a lot more lively than when I was here this morning. So these malls, this looks like about a 6 square blocks of just malls with all the shops and all the food shops inside. Really great, you know, no cars at all, and everyone just walks around everywhere. It's fantastic, a really nice vibe too. Yeah, of course, that's Plaza de Armas substation, the train station. You know, and yeah, Plaza de Armas is a common name for the square, the main square in any city in South America. You know, there is always usually a government building, a church, or a historic building of some significance in Plaza de Armas. And as you can see, people just hang out. You know, there's buskers everywhere. You can see there's artists selling their gear here. You know, really, really nice vibe.
No, me lleva el reloj. Me lleva el reloj. Que se paren, loco, si no quiere jugar. No, pues si la juega la pista. No, si no quiere jugar, que se paren. Luca.
As I walk along sort of behind my hotel here, I just keep discovering things. I mean, look at this street's just full of restaurants. It's amazing, you know. And look, for a Monday, I sort of feel the city coming alive, you know, but it's, yeah, lovely. As you can see, I haven't had a long day, but I've had a darn good one. You know, I didn't get the tickets to the subway system because I just didn't think it was worth it. There are two things I like to do when I come to a city, and that's I usually get on the hop-on, hop-off bus if I'm here for a really short time. But because it's Monday and most of the funicular and the cable cars were closed, there was no point in getting it. So I thought, look, let me see this on foot. Which is what I've done. I'm really glad I've done it because I've got a really good grasp of the layout of the city. And look, I haven't even used my Google Maps for the past sort of 2 hours. I sort of know where I'm going because it's pretty straightforward. The way it's structured around Plaza de Armas, you've got Plaza de Armas in the centre, then you've got probably on each side, you've got 8 blocks of just malls. just malls with shops in them. So, you know, fantastic. I've actually really enjoyed it. I've gone and I've seen a lot for someone who's only been here a day. I've probably walked 25 odd kilometres, 25 to 30 kilometres, but you know, it's been really well worth it. So yeah, if I was going to come back here, I'd come back here for a few days. I would get the transport tickets. I think it's 1,500 Chilean pesos to buy an empty ticket, then you load it up and then you can venture a little bit further out. But yeah, what I saw was really nice, great atmosphere, friendly people, and just a really nice, safe city. Yeah, I haven't felt any sort of danger at all. So, yeah, good tick for Santiago.